Hello,
Hi everyone.
everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to Flickerverse, episode 42, the meaning of life episode. Or let's see.
Well, don't get your hopes up.
I read the title like 5 minutes before joining, and I was like, so that's going to be an interesting topic.
Yeah. We had a slightly unhinged episode last week, I think. With the Sharon spank tanks and, I don't know, Gwendolar armor something.
I think I haven't been there since maybe before our summer break. It's been a very long time.
Were you
somewhere
before Malkier Con?
So
what have you been doing for all this time then, Camille? So now we need a detailed list of everything you've been up to since you were last here.
So there's a few things that kept me busy in September. So with a few friends from Lindy Hop, we started playing Blades in the Dark, which is an RPG where everyone is a criminal, part of a gang, and we are basically trying to grow our gang. And turns out that it's hard to schedule things with adults. So there was a few times that since I'm trying to grow my friendship in Oxford.
Yeah.
So there's a few Wednesdays that I did that. We're gonna try to switch between doing that on Friday and sometime Wednesday. And I was kind of like taking that as an opportunity because I haven't been recording like with Queers of Time. Usually our recording days are on Wednesday, but since the beginning of September, Kat and James have been doing episodes on Rings of Power, so I haven't been part of those recording session. So as a result, I was I love Neil's comment.
I love that photo.
So as a result, I was taking that opportunity to have my Wednesday evening like for my own stuff. But in a few weeks, since I'm going to be recording again for Quiz of Time, I'm sure that I'm not going to be using those days for Blades in the Dark, which is a very fun RPG, by the way. Not too complicated to get into. You only need 3 or 4 players. So that's not a big group compared to D&D.
Yeah,
so that's pretty nice. And last week I was in France because it was my twins' wedding. So
awesome.
So yeah, I've been a bit busy. I know I'm still gonna be busy because next week we're going with a few Wheel of Time folks from London. We're going to see a play in which Kate Fleetwood is, if I'm remembering well. It's one of those type of plays where there's basically no rehearsal before and it's only played like one night.
Oh right, yeah, you told us about this.
Yeah. So that's we're gonna watch that with I think Charlie, Sulin, a few other, I don't remember. And later in October I'll be flying to the US. So I'm not sure I'll be much more present in October than in September. I'm already more present because I'm here today, and that's great. How have you guys been? It's been forever.
I know. I just need to share because of the comment. This amazing photo from Malkier Con. You do look like secret agents. Right.
We're a Wheel of Time secret agent. We're a Wheel of Time secret employee.
Looks like talent scouting or something.
Yeah.
And Dovey just like also undercover.
Niels, I need to ask Niels. You've been yelling at James in your car listening to a Cruise of Time Rings of Power episode. Why are you yelling? What's going on? I found pretty reasonable. It's just very interesting listening to those episodes because they're always recording several weeks later. So you already know the next episodes when you're actually listening to Cruise of Time episode. Which means sometimes I'm listening my co-host talk about something and I'm like, yes, that's not what's gonna happen in the next episode, or that's definitely what's gonna happen, or just wait until you see what's gonna be there next. And, oh, that makes sense. James and Kat are both big Galadriel fan. And one of their big struggle is that nobody seems to respect Galadriel in this show. So
we haven't seen season 2 yet, so
it's a good one. Honestly, I'm enjoying myself a lot. I still have to catch up on like episode 7 and episode 8 that's coming up soon. Tonight. I don't know. I haven't paid attention to release schedule at all. But I thought it was really good. A bit too quick for me, in the sense that I wish we could spend a lot more time with Numenor, for example. Numenor would have deserved his own political movie. But yeah, it's Niels, if there's stuff you disagree with James, Cruise of Time also has a Discord. You could bring the Discord to the Discord.
So would you say, Camille, that season 2 is stronger than season 1 for Rings of Power?
Yes, but it's also because season 1 was good already. It's like the Wheel of Time. There's so much to set up in the first season of a fantasy TV show that when you have a good first season, which both Wheel of Time and Ring of Power had, then the season 2 can build on top of it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Because like both show had so many characters to introduce, for example, so many settings to like Rings of Power especially had to set up settings regarding where the elves are, like with what's the old name of Moria? I have a blank. Anyway, but like Numenor, for example, was another setting that they needed to put in place, and they've been doing really good in season 1, and now it's Khazad-dûm. Now it's really paying off in season 2, and season 2 is hurting my feelings.
Oh.
Because it's also the tough thing about Rings of Power is that you kind of know how it's gonna end.
Yeah.
So like Celebrimbor, my poor boy, he's having a very rough time. Yeah.
We probably need to watch it sooner or later.
We will.
Honestly, you will spend a good time, I think. So I highly recommend it.
Yeah, but what have we haven't been up to much since after Malkier. We've mostly been working. I've been working out of town for a bit. You've been to France. Well, we talked about that last.
France, I went to Rouen in France.
Oh, nice.
Northwest of Paris.
I know where that is. Rouen. I've never been in Rouen,
and we went to the Rand's tidal power plant.
Yeah.
It's a really beautiful city. So it was a school exchange for an Erasmus project. And we also went to Mont Saint-Michel and ate a lot of good food.
Yes.
So yeah, France was great.
Did you enjoy a lot of crepe and cider?
We had a lot of crepe, crepe and cider.
Because that's the place where to get good cider. It's where you finally discover what good cider is and why I can't stand cider anywhere else. I'm sure people enjoy cider from the UK or the US.
Of course they do. Yeah.
It's just not my type of
It
cider.
just hits different in France.
It doesn't give you a headache like the UK one.
That's right. So no, not. I mean, yeah, trying to have things slow down a bit, not do as much. Yeah, not working too well, but mostly work
last
stuff.
Week was the first weekend we had off for a long time.
Yeah, that we actually just stayed home and I mowed the lawn. That was like my.
Do you mean
mission.
off as in not working or off as in not doing anything?
Yeah,
not
doing anything. Like,
yeah.
Away from home.
No projects.
You got a bunch of
missions.
then in a row, and that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
there was nothing on
depression.
the agenda at all.
Definitely that.
Full-blown depression.
Right. Should we jump into some just like quick Instagram and stuff? What other Wheel of Time people have been doing, and then we have some Watchtober stuff.
This past month actually made me realize how much I was relying on this show to catch up on Wheel of Time news. So let's see what happened.
It's not that much this week. I think we had Juliet who posted about the naming of her new hen Bowie. That like the naming was auctioned off at Malkier Talks, and Sulin together with I think Gus and Ali decided on hen Bowie.
Yeah, I think it's Ali who found the name, and there was no other option. When you get hen Bowie, what else can you use?
It's perfect.
It's perfect.
Hopefully it's not too grumpy of a hen, but
it's fine.
Yeah.
It's a hen. Gotta be a little bit grumpy or bitey.
Oh, right. So if you're sensitive, don't watch this. This is like Magdalena getting all the metal out of her leg after she broke it in a motorcycle accident. Yeah, so they're just removing all the pins and
I'm just amazed that she's like, oh gosh, I can't.
Oh, yeah, we don't need to watch all of that.
It's I do have to give a heads up in the sense that both of my parents are in the medical field. My dad is a veterinarian, and when I was younger, I wanted to be a vet like him. I went to his office once and got to watch a surgery made and almost passed out. So that's why I'm not a doctor.
Fair. I do guess some people actually do pass out the first time and then kind of I guess you can get used to it.
I feel like I could have gotten used to it, but at the same time I'm very fine being hidden in an office room doing work stuff with my computer and not talking to people, so it's nice.
I'm happy to have a job where if I make a mistake, people don't die.
I think that would have been way too much pressure for me. It's my little sister is like the youngest one is currently in med school, and she's currently doing an internship in pediatry, so like dealing with kids, and it's not great. It's rough. I don't know how she supports it. I feel bad for her. It's a lot. So yeah,
I admire people working in those professions. Okay, we have some cuddly pictures instead of Maya Simonsen and Priyanka.
Oh yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah,
she's like so
Like, aw. And
Oh,
apparently Joshua took the photos, so. That was, and
good brother. My vet handed me my horse balls without a comment while I had to assist her in castration surgery. That was the same. I can see the situation so well. It's rural veterinarian are something. I'm just gonna say that. No woman, no cry, but I cry. Oh, that's a nice one.
So I think, that was from Maya's Instagram as well. I guess it's from when they were in London. Just
Yeah, I think so. It was Ayula who posted that, or I don't remember. I think it's
this
Ayula.
was Maya who posted this
Maya?
one.
Okay.
Yeah. This is. Oh, why is everything zoomed out again? And apparently Ayula was in Paris this weekend, I think. She put up a lot of Paris pictures.
Good for her.
Yeah. This cozy sweater. And yeah. Hotel. French hotel.
That's a nice suit.
Apparently Sulin said that she wore that to the Oliviers.
Yeah. I saw that too.
Yeah, that is a nice suit. Let's see, was that it? Yeah, okay. And yeah, so it's October 2nd. October the 1st was yesterday. For those of you who don't know, October is our yearly Wheel of Time themed art challenge where you get a bunch of prompts, one for each day, and people get creative and post some different things. Anything from poetry to drawings, skit videos. Yeah, just creative stuff. So I think we had some.
Oh yeah, I'm. Oh, that's very pretty.
So this is Elder Spud Monkey. So yesterday was prompt snow, and this is it's a lovely little drawing. We have the butt rock in the background, and I'm guessing it's the igloo. It's a really pretty snowy landscape.
That's watercolor. Nice. It's really pretty.
And we had Lee Katsadai who made
snowflakes with the Wheel of Time. It's cute. I love how people are doing very different things. Some draw, some just get very creative in how they can answer such challenge.
Yeah, it's really fun to see. It's I think this is the 3rd year we're doing it, and it's it really evolved from the first year. People made a couple of drawings and stuff and some poems the first year, but it feels like this year people have really been excited and doing a lot of different creative things. So
that's good.
Thank you everyone for participating. Yeah, and just this was Zukon's.
Whoa, that's impressive.
Yeah, oh, he's so good. So yeah, it's me and Sukon who are the people behind the Whatober account. We had a 3rd person, Ice Macer, who was with us the first year. But she lived in Ukraine, and I think it's been rough times, so she's stepped away from that.
I understand that.
And yeah, Chris from What Wiki has been posting all the prompts in the old tongue and just like giving descriptions of like grammar stuff. So that's also a way to be creative. So
Yeah, very much.
Love it.
And yeah, of course, Kitty's doing the. I'm pointing at the wrong screen. You'll just have to go in and watch these by yourselves. And Rob Malkier Talks. He's doing narrations.
Yeah.
So check out his account and go listen to those. The Tinker's Hoop doing embroidery.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Is he gonna do like embroidery for each prompt? That's amazing.
We'll see.
We'll see. That's very well done. I know nothing about embroidery, but this is stunning.
It feels like it's a lot of effort.
Yeah.
Or maybe it isn't. Maybe it's like 5 minutes, but I don't think so. I think it's at least.
I think it's a bit more.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they got like to work on this a bit in advance. The prompt would release like a few weeks ago, right?
Yeah, I think we were like a month ago or something. We wanted to give people a chance to just like, get ready or just like make preparations like that.
Yeah.
From Ran Muad'Dib Althor. So yeah, today's prompt was gem. It's Kisera. Oh, why is everything I fixed? So this was my sketch for yesterday. I haven't had time to do anything for today, and I'm not going to do anything for today. So I'm going to try to do like once a week or something. Oh, did we lose Aggie?
Yeah, I think Mimo also said that she was going to do twice a week or something like that.
And Shako has been making cookies.
That's such a great idea too.
Yeah,
really neat.
You can eat the prompts.
Yeah, and also like that is so much detail in a cookie. Like being able to do like tiny people in a cookie, because I've seen those cookies. Those are not like huge cookie. They are pretty small.
Yeah, you don't have to mess up your diet too much by eating like a cookie a day.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep, we all love Shakova's cookies. We need more of those. And then Goatbrother posted a poem.
Ah, nice.
He should be here to read them himself. He'll have to read them to us next week, a bunch of them. One last duty up on this mountain. It falls light like white feathers. This snow will be my last bed. It will be my first. Cry like the thunder, my son, and shake the world. It begins where it ended. Sorry, I butchered that, but lovely Goatbrother.
It's pretty great.
I had something more. And oh yeah, Al Bacon Bread wrote some lyrics, and I'm not gonna sing these, but I love them. The Que Sera.
On which is that on a specific song?
Yeah, Que Sera Sera. I'm not gonna.
Que Sera Sera. What should I say?
Aggie's not doing well.
That's fine. We can deal without him.
And people have posted more stuff, but I'm not gonna share everything.
You share some nice one from a bunch of different people that were using very different ways to express themselves, and it's amazing. So keep it going for all of October. it's very amazing to see that.
Yeah. And you can. We're sharing these on Instagram and on Twitter at the moment. So just like search for the hashtag. Here comes the Forsaken.
You gave up on the old laptop?
Yeah. I don't know if you could see it, but I was lagging like crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, you were fine until you weren't. So...
Yeah, I could barely hear you.
Oh, okay. Right. I think should we flicker?
Are you asking me? Because I don't know. You're on the show.
Does anyone want to have anything else they want to share before we jump into the actual?
Not that I can remember.
And then I'm just gonna find our little this thing.
It is believed there are worlds where a year is only a day here, and others where a day is a year here. There are supposed to be worlds where the very air would kill us at a breath, and worlds that barely have enough reality to hold together. And as we set out to explore these realities, remember one thing: be steadfast.
There we go. Oh, I didn't do a banner thingy for whatever.
What if Myrelle bonded Matt in Salidar?
Yes. And this is like this flicker is based on one passage in Lord of Chaos. So I figured I could actually just like read the passage.
That would be great because I do not remember it.
No. So this is, and here's a cat. So this is just when they're celebrating like the new Amerlin and Salidar, and Matt has just like danced with Halima or Arangar. And Myrelle came to stand beside him, watching the dancers. He remembered her vaguely. He did not think she knew anything dangerous about him. He did not think so. She was not as beautiful as Halima, of course, but still much more than merely pretty. Flickering shadows washed her face so he could almost forget she was Aes Sedai. A warm night, she said, smiling, and went on in such a casual way while he enjoyed looking at her that it took him some time to realize what she was getting at. I don't think so, he said politely when she gave an opening. This was what came of forgetting. Aes Sedai were Aes Sedai. She only smiled. There would be many advantages, and I would not try to pin you to my skirts. Many advantages. You've chosen a perilous life, or had it chosen for you. A warder might have been a better chance of survival. And of course, he turns her down. But what if he didn't?
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Know what I mean?
Yeah, that's so interesting. I had completely forgotten about that. It makes sense that Matt refused because Matt is so suspicious of any Aes Sedai. The question could be in two ways. In a sense, Matt could accept, or Myrelle could not care about him saying, like, not care about his consent, which some Aes Sedai do have a trouble with that. And Myrelle is kind of known for bonding warder who have lost their Aes Sedai, so yeah.
And she did use compulsion on Lan at one point to get him like.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many constant issue with Myrelle and warders and Aes Sedai and this kind of thing. I feel like it's probably going to be more interesting to look at what if Matt had accepted, because I kind of don't want to get into the consent aspect of it all.
So at this point, Matt does have his Foxhead medallion, right?
Yes,
because he gets that in book 5. I'm guessing 4 maybe.
Yeah, 4.
4 when he's in Radiant.
Yeah.
So how does that work? Obviously, you can't force the bond onto him because that involved channeling. But if you took it off, bonded, and then put it back on again, would that affect the bond in any way?
No,
I don't think so because it feels like once the bond is there, it's not channeling anymore. It's just there.
Yeah.
Kind of like, I would guess like the vision that Matt gets when he thinks about Rand, maybe would be of a similar type.
Okay.
In a sense, it's not really channeling, but there's still something weird going on. Well, that is more tavern part, but.
I mean, I guess it's in some way sort of like a tied off weave, or like the rod or something like that.
There's no active channeling. It's like the bond doesn't disappear if a channeler gets shielded, for example.
No.
It does disappear if a channeler gets stealed, I guess, or does he?
That's an interesting question. Yeah, does the water bond disappear if Aes Sedai is still?
When I don't think.
People in chat, help us out.
I'm thinking about Aes Sedai that got still.
I'm thinking about Swan because Swan, I think her water like died more or less when she got shielded or something like that. So there's some weird thing going on regarding Swan's bond with Alric. I don't remember the name of the water. I think it's that. Because she kind of doesn't feel him die and doesn't detect the issue where I'm pretty sure he dies before the Aes Sedai gets into the room, or maybe he dies when the Aes Sedai get into the room. So my guess is like, but that makes me think that when she's shielded, she doesn't feel her water. But we do know also that when she gets her power back, the pain of losing the water gets back.
Yeah.
So
yeah, maybe.
So it's like maybe hidden, but not broken.
And about Nils' comment there in the show, but Moraine, she hid the bond. She masked the bond before she got stilled. Or not stilled, but...
She got shielded. I'm kind of... At this point... They didn't really explain it much in the show. And that's kind of a thing that probably would be... I don't know. It's my theory is that before leaving for the Eye of the World, she removed the bond. But since Lan is so used to the bond being hidden, it didn't really notice the difference. Or at least not immediately. So because otherwise. She wasn't stealed. She was only shielded. So the bond shouldn't have been like. I don't see why the bond would be affected by that. Otherwise, whenever you're shielding someone, the bond will disappear, and that doesn't make sense. That's too complex, like too complicated of a thing to introduce in the show, and I don't see why they would do that. So my guess is that she removed the bond before going to the Eye of the World. Because she didn't want Lan to kill himself, because she thought she was gonna die.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So yeah, in the show, my guess is that she removed the bond, which is why she was asking like Alana about it in episode 5, I think.
Right.
How she learned about it, I don't know, but she managed to do it. So I'm guessing. Regarding the shield, since Swan wasn't able to feel her water while being shielded, the medallion could act like that in a sense that Myrelle wouldn't be able to sense Matt. Matt wouldn't be able to sense Aes Sedai either, even if, like in the book, there's no really water sensing the Aes Sedai kind of vibe. So my guess is that it would just get the benefits of the water as like being stronger, having a longer, like, what are the benefits of the water except strength?
You can like send shadow spawn.
Send shadow spawn, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that would be like the main thing you would feel, with none of the issue he had. And I'm guessing that Myrelle may not be aware that would be the effect of the medallion. Otherwise, there would be no point of her to offer that.
Or maybe. So we're like, we know that like after the party, Matt goes with Nynaeve and Lane to Abu Dar. Myrelle stays around Salidar for a bit. Then eventually she goes like to camp outside the Black Tower, and she's with that like group of Aes Sedai from Salidar that does that. So where do we think where would Matt end up? I'm assuming if he's like her new warder, they won't split up immediately. Or I mean, they could, but I guess would they go to Abu Dar? Would Myrelle instead be one of those who follow?
I guess Matt could trick Myrelle into like if the medallion indeed hides the bond, then he could just run away, and Myrelle wouldn't be able to find him. And then Matt would be doing pretty much the same things that he does in the books, except like he would have a few more advantages in a sense that maybe being able to sense Shadowspan would have helped with the golem. Or being able to anticipate a few things later on. Not much, probably. I don't think like that scenario wouldn't change much, I guess. Does he get hurt?
There must be instances of this in the books later on, right? So when they get to the point where they copy the Foxhead medallion to spread it around a bit, doesn't Brigitte get one of those medallions? And she's bonded to Elaine, right?
That's actually Fox medallion Wheel of Time.
No, Goatbrother, not
the forehead medallion.
Forehead medallion.
No, so
not if he's wearing it.
No, I think he would actively have to choose to become bonded by Myrelle.
And if he would do that, I don't think he would run off, because that he would have chosen.
Right, he would have chosen to do so.
But I think his Taveran nature would probably have made Myrelle and her other warders, and then maybe, and of course then Lan as well, they would all go to Abu Dar instead.
I don't know. One thing regarding the copy of the medallion, so they're saying these imperfect copies were not as powerful as the original, and that very strong weaves could somehow overwhelm the protection. Another flaw of the copies is that if the bearer is a channeler, he or she is unable to channel the true source while in skin contact with the medallion, which makes me feel like it would have been feasible with the original Terangreal.
Yeah.
Which is interesting, because then there's really no reason why your bond would be hidden. It's just that other weave can't affect you.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Now, so I'm thinking that like Myrelle, all her other warders, including Lan, would probably go with the party to Abu Dar. Lan would arrive there earlier than he does originally. And the whole meeting with both Tylan and Tuon would be interesting. That would probably go down differently.
Yeah. So like that would mean, for example, when Matt gets injured in Ebudar and a wall falls on him and then he's stuck with Senshin. I mean, if he's a warder and there still is Aes Sedai around, that sucks a lot for his Aes Sedai. So unless the Aes Sedai was able to escape with everything that Elaine and Nynaeve were doing with a ball of wind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then good for her. And then she would know that Matt is not dead, just injured. I don't remember. Why was Matt not with Elaine and Nynaeve at that instant?
I don't remember. He was off doing something else. I don't know. Oliver was horse racing. There was Millie Skane and Dark Friendery and Carradine and a lot of things going on. I don't remember all of it very well. And I remember like Nynaeve and like wanting to go back for him and feeling really bad for like abandoning him.
Yeah.
But I don't remember why they were where they both were when.
If Myrelle is with them, then best case scenario for her, she's with Elaine and Nynaeve and is able to escape. And since Matt is still a warder, she knows he's still alive, and there's a little bit less guilt for Nynaeve because, like, at least we know he's not dead. Also, being a warder would mean that he would recover from the wall a lot faster because that's like kind of a warder thing. They recover a bit faster than the usual mortal men. I'm curious as to how that would have changed Matt's opinion of Aes Sedai in general. Because Matt is dick with any channeler forever.
Yeah.
Even despite, being kind of friend with Nynaeve and Elaine, it's almost as if they don't count because they are not real Aes Sedai, but the fact that they can channel still sucks. But now he would be dealing with a real Aes Sedai, Myrelle, and depending on, like, he's a warder. So
I think his perception of Aes Sedai would change. So if we go down this road, I think the whole Thailand thing wouldn't happen. Myrelle would save him somehow. And at that point, I think he would start to change his opinions on Aes Sedai and see the benefits of it. But I also think that the whole thing with Tuon would go down differently because Tuon is still set on by all those prophecies and that she's set on Matt. And she'll get set on Matt in some way.
I mean, the pattern will still and Matt still he also knows like the his Snakes and Foxes answers.
The infuriating thing regarding Matt and Tyrion's relationship in the books is that Matt, despite having known a lot of Aes Sedai and being friends with Elaine and Nynaeve and having grown up with Egwene, doesn't really care much about Tyrion's opinion of Aes Sedai, and like it doesn't feel like he's doing much in trying to, change basically the opinion of the leader of the Aes Sedai, of the Senshin regarding Aes Sedai, which
no, but I think it would end badly for Myrelle.
Well,
I mean,
what would end badly?
I mean, it depends. If Myrelle is far away, it depends on whether Tyrion has access to her. But my point is that maybe Matt, with his interaction with Tyrion, would do more to like try to improve the relationship with Senshin and Aes Sedai. Like, would he even spark an Aes Sedai just because? Because that's basically what Matt does during the road trip from Edubar to wherever they go with
I'm starting to feel that Myrelle would be good for him. That's weird.
Yeah.
It's like, hey,
And
this
I
could
don't actually
be
like
a-
Myrelle.
No. Not
I
really.
guess, yeah. I mean,
But she
it
might
depends so
improve
much.
Matt.
It would depend so much on how Myrelle is treating him. If she treats him like most Aes Sedai treat their warders in the books, that probably would not go well because boys as warders are not treated well. They are basically lapdog, and it's most of them in the book don't have any personalities. They just follow the Aes Sedai, and that's it. Which may be more of a Robert Jordan issue than an Aes Sedai issue, but that means that we don't really get to see, like in the show, those deep relationship between Aes Sedai and Warder. Even the relationship between Lan and Moraine gets fucked up at time. Like, she spent the whole book just constantly teasing him that she's gonna give away his bond because she's gonna die anyway. And Lan gets more and more furious about that. And then we get, like, the whole disrespect of consent regarding Warder having lost their Aes Sedai or regarding Alana. And it's just, there's so much wrong there. And the show is already doing so much better regarding their relationship. So it's like, I don't know. It's if Myrelle fucks up like everyone else in the books, maybe that wouldn't be good with for Matt. But if, like, maybe it's both of them. Maybe Matt improve his opinion of Aes Sedai due to that relationship with Myrelle, and maybe Myrelle also soften because she's having to deal with a warder that doesn't know anything about the White Tower and its tradition. It can go in many different ways.
Yeah.
But also, like, we could end up with a situation where Myrelle and Matt are both in Edubar when the Senshan arrives, and then, like, either she gets killed or she gets captured by the Senshan. And there's a whole different plot about Matt trying to save her, or
Yeah. Getting into Dead Aes Sedai rage thing.
Yeah.
Trying to revenge. But yeah, and like the best plot line that we could get, I would say, okay, Tylan stays in her corner. We don't get any horrible scenes with her.
Yeah, because Myrelle would feel it. I'm hoping she would stop that.
Yeah, and Matt would start to respect or not be as wary of Chandros anymore, and he would start convincing Tuon that, hey, maybe this whole Chandro slavery thing is sort of a bad idea. Beckham Bread wouldn't be fit to coordinate the last battle.
Why? What's different with
Suppose Myrelle died and he gets sent into a warder death rage, something.
There's other warder who survived that.
I guess it would be bad if she died during the last battle.
Yeah, but maybe she's staying by his side. Instead of, always being the warder protecting the Aes Sedai, this is the warder that would have so much battle knowledge. And also, like,
did Myrelle?
Swan and Gareth as an example of Aes Sedai and warders that were not together during the last battle.
Did Myrelle survive the last battle?
I think so.
Unclear. We don't know of her death, so I guess we assume she lives.
Yeah,
as far as we know, she's right.
we don't really see her after she gives a lance bond to Nynaeve.
She's active during the last battle. We don't really get to see her much more of her. She's flinging some fireballs at some point.
I keep forgetting that Myrelle was friend with Moraine and Swan when they were accepted. And I don't know. I feel like that would be a nice thing. Like you would have Swan basically dealing with Egwene, Moraine who had dealt with Rand, and Myrelle working with Matt.
Yeah.
Besties. Would Myrelle follow Matt in the Tower of Genji?
Oh.
Maybe she would have been waiting for them outside.
Yeah, having the eyesight follow into the Tower of Genji would
that would
be bad.
Fuck shit up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They love those
Oh,
shadows.
the saver.
Yeah.
So I think that would be a bad idea, and I think Myrelle would know it to be a bad idea, and just send him and just, like you said, wait outside instead.
Yeah, waiting outside to provide first aid care.
Yeah.
After it, and so they don't have to wait for an Ashaman to come back and open a portal for them to go to the next destination.
I don't know for sure, but Myrelle is probably strong enough to open gateways, I assume. I mean, she's headed to Renaja and Salidar. I'm assuming she has.
She's strong in the 1 power by Aes Sedai standard.
Yeah.
She has a strength level of 15. Among the Salidar 6, she is equaled by Morwyn, Anaya, Carlinia. Sheriam is slightly stronger, while Beonin is slightly weaker. I don't remember any of those names except for Sheriam. She has a little talent with healing, but no more than Swanson. Okay, so it's not great.
She would be a pretty good asset.
Yeah. I have weird feeling about Myrelle because in a way she's not a bad person. She's the only person who cares about water after they lose an Aes Sedai. Like in the show it feels like she's kind of being merged with Alana. Like Alana has some aspects that Myrelle had.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So she's the rebound Aes Sedai.
Yeah, basically. And
so how would that relationships? I would I don't know. I don't remember how many warders Alana or Myrelle has. So
3.
Would 4? They all share a tent. So Glenn and Matt, they would all just cuddle up together.
I'm seeing 3 outside of Lan.
Okay. Okay, so they would be
5.
5 warders then. Well,
good for her.
Much
I mean, if you see show Alana, she wouldn't say no to 5 warder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess Matt and Lan's relationship would probably evolve in some way.
There's got to be fanfic about this, right?
It's about to be. Yes.
Apparently she also picked a Nashaman for a warder. At the start of the last battle, Myrelle is bonded to 6 warders, a large number even for a Green Sister. No non-Green Sister introduced in the books had 6 at the same time.
They're like Pokemon to her.
So the 6 are... So the 6 are 4 that presumably she already had before, and 2 male channelers bonded as part of the agreement with the Black Tower. So 4 people who were trained in the White Tower, including 3 who had lost an Aes Sedai, and 2 are shaman. Good
Impressive.
for her. Good for her. You go, girl. Indeed, indeed, indeed.
So I'm just thinking if Myrelle would go, and they all would go to Ebudar earlier, how would Lan arriving earlier affect Nynaeve's storyline in any way? Would he still like get to save her when she's drowning, or would that postponed her? I don't know.
So that's what I was curious about. Because like Nynaeve is able to like remove her block when she gave up on life, kind of, when Moghedien tries to kill her. I mean, I'm guessing you can rewrite the book, and instead of having Lan finding her later while she doesn't know he's around, it could just be like next to the boat and sees the boat like see Nynaeve drown and swim after her. Yeah, I don't think it would matter much.
Yeah. I mean, one thing would be if Moghedien then goes after Lan because, oh, he's around now. I can hurt her through killing the dude she loves.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can throw around what ifs forever. You have any more theories?
No.
No.
That was a very interesting one. I was not expecting it. I thought it was going to be a bit creepy or something like that, but there's actually some very interesting aspects to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it could, in best case scenario, I think this could actually work in the favor of the light.
Yeah.
It's not the obvious instant like, oh, the Dark One wins again.
Yeah, no, because like, for example, just the fact that Matt is able to sense Shadowspan due to the bond would probably help him a lot with the Golem, because the Golem did surprise them a few times, like surprise Matt and Elaine and Nynaeve. So that would have been nice to have. And also that just means another channeler within the group. Myrelle being with Matt, would that affect other storylines too? Like in places where she was supposed to be.
I mean,
does
she
it matter much?
hangs around Egwene and Salidar. And then goes to the Black Tower. That's as far as I can remember. I think like she meets with the Wise Ones and stuff like that, but I think that's mostly before Matt arrives as well. Doesn't feel like she has like the biggest role after Egwene becomes Amyrlin.
Yeah, like she's a member of Egwene's council, but that's pretty much it. She goes to the Black Tower, but plenty of Aes Sedai go to the Black Tower.
Yeah.
She goes to the Dream World a few times. But yeah.
Yeah, like Goatbrother says, like that. I think one of the most interesting things, I guess, would be like Myrelle and Tuon interactions that might lead to some hilarious stuff. I feel, especially if like Matt is like in the background going, "Oh shit." It could get awkward.
It could. Well, if there's nothing left, should we pick another one for next week, or do we want to do a short one? I don't know how long those episodes usually last.
No, we've been going for an hour, so I think we can. I've been awake since 3 a.m. So
yeah. Good sleep.
I'm feeling a bit rough at the moment. My silly brain decided that no, you're gonna just like stare in the ceiling and think about like weird shit and brains. Yep. So yeah, let's see if I can.
Should we pick one for next week? Which I'm not gonna be there, but
I think we will at least have Roger back next week. Here we go, and I don't think I removed this week's. Let's see.
Oh,
it's another mat.
Another mat. Oh.
No. Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Wow. You don't have to think about that.
Yep. I'm glad that I don't have to. Well, I don't know to end the show anymore. I've a great week. See you hopefully in 2 weeks. And keep doing like posting Whatober stuff. Next week we're gonna have a lot of Whatober stuff to look at, hopefully. We won't go through all of it, but like follow the hashtags and the account and be creative and use it to get through all the what do you say? All post-con blues and the longing and all of that and all of that.
Who knows? Maybe we'll get some news soon.
Maybe. I mean, Rings of Power is ending soon, so that would be a nice time to announce anything for the fantasy shows that Amazon have. And also, like, it's actually very interesting because Ring of Power is ending today, and tomorrow, The Legend of Vox Machina Season 3 is starting. So I am so freaking excited for that.
Yeah.
So much good things to watch.
Yeah. Amazon is a nice place for fantasy stuff.
Okay.
Okay.
But okay. Thank you all for watching this sort of tired show today, but I think we had some really interesting discussions.
It was great. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
We did a great job on a very interesting question. I don't know who asked that question, but thank you for whoever sent us that question.
Yes, and keep sending us questions. And some of us will see you next week, and the weeks after that.
Yep.
People,
stay safe in the Flickerverse. Bye.